everyone. This is River Navarro. I'm the Director of Clinical Services here at Bakersfield Behavioral Healthcare Hospital. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Mindfulness Monday. I'm really excited to be here. I want to say hi to all of our Facebook family and friends. Today I'm going to talk about a wonderful mindfulness skill from a therapy called DBT, that is Dialectical Behavior Therapy. It's a lot of fun. I really like it. I've used it over the years with a lot of patients, but I really want to talk about a certain skill today and kind of break it down for you in a way that's really easy to use in your everyday life. So I will be reading occasionally from a lovely sheet of paper here and there. It's my mindfulness handout. So I will do my best to continue being interactive with you while I'm presenting. But the thing that I really want you to know, or the thing that we're going to practice today, is we're going to practice observing. So that's the skill. And we're going to do that by using our senses. So I know I've presented on kind of using our senses before, grounding and other things, but I always go back to our senses just because we can use them anytime. So I like to use skills that are at my discretion. They're always there. I can use them in a variety of settings. When I'm feeling challenged or I'm trying to get through a moment, I want to use skills that are, easy peasy for me to use right in that moment, regardless of where I am. So those are the types of skills that I like to review with patients as well as people from the community. Anytime I want to nerd out and talk about skills and things like that, these are kind of my go-tos, I guess you could say. So the idea of observing and practicing is to be mindful in the moment. So all we want to do is be present without any type of judgment, and we just want to be aware of what is going on within ourselves, but in the environment. So mindfulness, I don't think you can ever do too much with mindfulness. I just think it's really useful. So first, I want to talk about observing with your eyes. So if that's something you're into or that's important to you, I'm going to give you a couple examples, ideas of ways that you could practice the skill. So this is observing with your eyes. Step 1, try lying on the ground and watch the clouds in the sky. I don't know about you, but there is something really soothing about clouds. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if you've ever looked up at the sky and you've looked at the clouds and tried to see what shapes they were making or anything like that. But to me, there's just something very soothing about being able to look up at the sky and the clouds. That's something that's very soothing for me. If that works for you, that might be one way that you practice observing. Another way you can practice observing is walk slowly outside. Stop somewhere with a view. Notice flowers, trees, and nature itself. So I think nature is very calming and soothing for a lot of people. Whether you want to be out in a forest, on a hiking trail, something of that nature, or you just want to take a walk in your own neighborhood, that's really up to you. But try stopping somewhere new and just observing what's out there. So I want to move on to observing sounds. So I know that a lot of you respond very well to music. I hear that quite frequently in counseling with people. That's a coping skill that a lot of people like to use, listening to music. So this is one way of using music, but maybe in a new and different way. So listen to music, observing each note as it comes and the spaces between the notes. Try breathing the sounds into your body and letting them flow out again. Interesting. So it's a completely different take on how we would normally use music. So I thought that one was pretty cool. This is another way of observing sounds. Stop for a moment and just listen. Listen to the texture and shape of the sounds around you. Listen to the silences between the sounds. Pretty cool. So let's move on to observing smells around you. I really like this one because I'm into cooking and things like that. So I think this one is useful for a lot of people. So when you're eating, notice the aroma of the food. When you're cooking, notice the aroma of the spices or the other ingredients around you. So going back to eating and cooking, there's a lot of smells associated with that. I know, like when something's baking in our oven at home, the whole house smells up, and it's wonderful. It's like pure divinity. So think of the food, the aromas, the spices, the ingredients you're cooking with, and you can use those things as a way to practice observing smells around you. And lastly, let's talk about observing with taste and eating. So this is an easy peasy exercise that I've talked with patients about over the years. You can take something very small, like a piece of candy or chocolate, something like that, just something very small, and put the candy or the chocolate in your mouth and pay attention to the taste. Just keep it there and notice all of the sensations. So that's all I have for today. I just wanted to give you some simple ways of practicing observing using your senses. I hope you found this useful, and I look forward to giving you more information in the future. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.